Os. Hello everyone. My name is Sultan Al-Niyadi and I'm an astronaut living and working aboard the International Space Station. I'm on a scientific mission that will last 6 months where I do a lot of science, do a lot of maintenance and help developing cutting-edge technology that will help humanity back on Earth. And today you might see me in a kimono, a Jiu Jitsu kimono. And this is because I love Jiu Jitsu. I've been doing Jiu Jitsu for so many years. And I think Jiu Jitsu helped me a lot during my preparation with this mission and getting adapted to the environment here on the International Space Station. So for example, I remember the few times I was on the centrifuge, which is a machine that simulates multiple times of the G-forces that we encounter during launch and re-entry. And the G-force is the weight that we feel on the ground when we're on Earth. And now we are living in a microgravity environment, so our weight is literally not available, so we float, as you can see. And during the centrifuge, actually, when I was encountering my weight times 2 or 3 or even up to 8 times, the first sensation was feeling an opponent on top of my chest. And one of the things that I learned during Jiu-Jitsu is to regulate the breathing. So this is exactly what I did during the centrifuge experience, and I think Jiu-Jitsu really helped me overcome that experiment. And also when we arrived here, I was surprised that we mainly use our feet to stabilize ourselves. So one of the fundamentals, as you know, that we use our toes to establish a foundation. So the pressure on the ground, the contact should be on your toes, not your heels. So on the ground, if you're putting your weight on your heels, any small move can push you in any direction. That's why I feel like doing a Jiu-Jitsu posture when I'm on space with my toes positioned under a handrail. So I feel very stable. I cannot move easily if I'm stable like this. And basically I'm using my toes to translate everywhere. I can do all sorts of tricks here. I can jump from one place to another and yeah, literally use my, whoops, still learning. Yeah, use my toes to stabilize myself. One of the things as well, during Jiu-Jitsu training, we try to train our forearms, and this is exactly what I felt really helpful. Recently, I finished an operation called an EVA, an extravehicular activity, where we work for hours. I spent 7 hours working outside of the International Space Station. It's called a spacewalk, but actually we don't walk. We actually use our arms. So having trained doing Jiu-Jitsu for so many years, I think having really strong grips from that training really helped me accomplish the mission with no problem. So I relate a lot of things from Jiu-Jitsu experience to life here on the ISS. One of the things that I found really interesting, and it's totally physics, so guys, you're doing physics when you train and do Jiu-Jitsu. To stabilize the International Space Station, we have large gyroscopes, and these gyroscopes can help maintain the attitude of the International Space Station. And I remember one of the things I did when I arrived is test this concept, and you all do during the warm-up for your daily routine on the ground. You do a bicycle kicks like this. So you see how I'm moving backward, and when I reverse, I start moving forward. And this is exactly what we use here on the International Space Station to maintain that attitude. And yeah, I mean, it's been fun living and working on board the International Space Station. I was doing a lot of front rolls and back flips as well. Still learning, but I can demonstrate some of these tricks like this. And I'll do back flip, but it might be dangerous. Let's see. Almost there. Yeah, so it's really fun to work and live on board an International Space Station. And I'm really happy that I'm transferring whatever I learned during my training in the sport of Jiu Jitsu here to the International Space Station. Please let me know what you think, and please share any ideas or comments, and let's see if we can do any of your favorite moves on board the International Space Station in the microgravity environment. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.